Who better to turn to for a financial game plan than pro football legend Akbar Gbajabiamila, a former linebacker and defensive end with Oakland, San Diego, and Miami. Exciting to have you here. When did you become passionate about financial health?
Yeah, Angie, for me, it started when I got my first job, my first real job in the NFL. And I realized after, getting all this money in my first job, I'm going, what do I do now? And I realized that throughout my formal education, I never really learned about finances. And so it was one of those things where I said, you know what? I want to be able to help to change this. I want to be able to go back and I want to be able to teach, especially like the young kids as they're going through, teach them some of the basics and then build on those fundamentals to be able to give people just a holistic understanding of finances.
What do you think you bring to the financial playing field?
Well, I think the athlete mentality is one that I think people always admired. I think that's why the world loves sports, and hosting American Ninja Warrior now for almost 9 years. I think the one thing I've learned through that in my experience in the NFL is you got to have a game plan, and not having a game plan is what my coach used to say. Failing to plan is preparing to fail. And so I think you have to know that without a game plan, it's going to be very difficult, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to be reactive versus proactive. And so as an athlete, I want to help, with this partnership with Experian to give people an athlete mindset when it comes to taking care of their credit score.
What are your financial tips?
All right, Andy, should I get into coach mode when I say this, or should I just give it to you straight? All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. No, here are the 4 steps in this game plan. It's quite simple. First, I think if you know you're going to miss a payment, make sure you reach out to your lenders and get on top of that right away. You want to make sure that they're not calling you up and you're ignoring their phone calls. I think at some point we might have all gone through that part of our life where we're, I don't want to call the lender, I don't want to talk to. No, reach out. They actually want to help you. They have resources there to help you through the pandemic. The second part is Experian Boost. Now, Experian Boost to me is probably one of the most fascinating features ever. You can self-report the bills that you're paying on time, like your utility bill, like your Netflix bill. Those things will help you to boost your credit score. And so for the first time, you're starting to really understand that, hold on, I have control over my credit. The third part is, if you have great credit and everything is good, you're good standing, maybe consider transferring over to a 0% balance or some sort of introductory offer. The fourth part, and I think one of the most important parts, is you got to know what's on your credit report. And so you want to make sure you're checking your credit report often. You can go to annualcreditreport.com to get that information. Now, I know the first thing a lot of people are thinking, well, hold on, if I check it every week, is my credit score going to go down? That's probably one of the biggest misconceptions out there about that. And right now, there are resources right now during this time to be able to help people check and stay on top of their credit, because the last thing you want to do is have some fraudster come over there and try to pick up or cherry pick off of your credit report.
Where can people go for more information?
Yes, you want to go to Experian.com/coronavirus. There, you're going to have all the tools necessary to help you get through this pandemic. I think we've heard this saying way too many times, but it is true. We're all in this together, so why not get a game plan together so we can beat this monster?
Well, thank you so much for being on our show as your career continues on.
Thank you, Angie.
More Business First AM. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.